Good evening, one and all, and welcome to round two. It's totally professional of the Tourenwagen Cup here at oNiD Racing, here at the very wet, a very damp and moist Imola. Here with me alongside me, joining me for what is going to be another spectacular race if it stays wet, that is. Imola always throws a lovely surprise every now and again, but adding the rain in is definitely going to spice things up, isn't it, Ben?
Definitely, we like it to be slippery when wet, and certainly like that round Imola this evening. Seeing plenty of cars struggling a little bit for grip around the twists and turns in Italy, and hopefully we'll see that throughout the night as well.
I'm going to make a very bad joke like you did last week. The drivers may feel it in the fingers and they may feel it in the toes. Love is definitely not all around because they hate it when it rains so.
You never get to criticise my jokes again.
No, I do not. Absolutely not. It's fine. Qualifying is underway here at very wet Imola. Weather report for now is saying rain will fall for the next 10 minutes, but then after the 10 minutes we'll get some overcast conditions, followed by more rain in 30 minutes. So there is no reprieve for these GT3 drivers as they are going to go and set their laps. Currently top of the timing sheets as it stands is Mr. Ben Holmes. He will be the first driver to set a lap as we have a massive glitch, and he decides to put the car into the wall. I'm not sure if that was because of the server glitch there, but that was very interesting.
I think we might have had a slight lag spike there.
Everyone just jumped around for a minute and went, no, we're not going to do that. Let's check in who will be the next GT3 car. It will be the Porsche of Otso Harkon, him, dear Lord, of Herbert Motorsport in the very lovely coloured black and gold Porsche. Reminds us, it takes us back to a bygone era of a certain Formula 1 car, that livery.
Yeah, definitely like a bit of black and gold, and it's a lovely looking Porsche as it's heading down the hill there. So I've got to admit, I wouldn't want the Porsche in these circumstances. It's a twitchy car at the best of times, and in the wet, I can't imagine it's a massive amount of fun.
No,
it's what you're used to, I suppose.
It will be the first time that the see for the GT3 cars is a 150.3. A 150.3 is what has been laid down as of now. The next car, who would be, is Prescott in the BMW car 32, 1 minute 52. So massive gap between the Porsche and the BMW.
It is the AM drivers on track, so a little less experience than the pro cars, but
absolutely
plenty of talent still there, and but I suspect we'll see a little bit more variance, especially with these mixed conditions.
Absolutely, we shall. Rain will spice things up very much indeed as we see some more cars, including our very own Mr. Johnny Ashley, who is also within the voice channel with us tonight. Johnny, are you there?
Hello, mate. All right.
Very good. We can see you on a qualifying lap. Do you want to take us around this track? Give us a bit of a guided tour.
Stick around, mate. It's fine.
Stick around. Let's find. Ooh, a lag spike there as well. Did you experience that?
Yeah, I lost you for a second there, but
interesting. I think we're back. I think everything's stable.
Just be a little bit temperamental.
It's just a little bit as we follow Johnny through the second sector. He's going to go up and down the hill again. There's a very tricky double right-hander coming up, especially in these wet conditions. In the dry, it's manageable. In the wet, I would not want to be a driver tonight.
Down through Acqua Minerale, they're all staying very much off those curbs. Normally when the dry lines, you see cars getting a bit liberal with the curbs and the runoff in that section of the track. But I think today they're being very careful not to get out on that painted surface.
Absolutely. The chicane was taken quite well there by Johnny as he goes down into the couple of last corners. A quick kink to the right and immediately under the brakes for a double left-hander.
Yeah, that red and black machine looking planted as it's coming through the last couple of turns there at the Ravazzas.
Johnny, how wet is it for you out there, my friend? Did you enjoy that lap?
Yeah, it was. It stopped raining. It's still fairly wet at the minute. But yeah, I was in the 49s, but it was a bit of a dry track in practice. So we'll just see how we go. I've got probably another lap in me. So
We'll leave you to it. Good, sir. Have a wonderful rest of qualifying. We'll check in later on.
thank you very much, dude.
Right, also Harkin. I can't say
A little bit of lag there.
another lag. Oh. Oh dear, is that me or is that the server?
I'm not sure. It's affecting Discord as well, so it might be one of our internets is being a bit temperamental on us.
Glorious, wonderful to see. I'm still streaming, which is fine. He says. I am still live.
Last words.
I am still live on the
YouTube.
YouTube. That's fine. We'll grin and bear it for now. But very, very scary stuff. As 12 and a half minutes left of qualifying, all the AM cars are out for the first 10 minutes, and then for the final 10 minutes we'll see the pro cars take the track, and we'll see the very fast boys do their laps in about 2.5 minutes time.
I will say Holmes has got himself in a good position again there. He is currently, I believe, the AM class leader, unless he changed his car. So he's 50 points there. So being up in second place in class, exactly around where he wants to be for the rest of the chase. It's not the easiest overtaking track in the world, Imola. So you want to get a good qualifying underneath you before the race starts.
Absolutely, it's quite crucial that they get a good lap time round here, as we see a car in the background going off. Sadly, another 1.5 minutes until we get the pro drivers out. Oh, Martin Busk going very.
Busak, I think that is.
Busak. Yeah, me name pronunciations. The computer says no, so it's good to have a second opinion on these pronunciations, because
I don't think anyone's DM'd us pronunciation guide this week, so it's not fault if we get it wrong at this point.
A wonderful AC community, Nicola Kakis, did send me how to pronounce his name, and I'm finally getting it right. And it took me about 3 rounds, 3 weeks to get that right. only just, as we see. Look at this, Dave Wood in the Mercedes, first man.
That's a spectacular
second.
Livery, that one.
That is. Oh my God, that's a rainbow.
That is a Nyan Cat livery. That takes me back to the joyous days of the internet.
Oh dear. Good God. Wow. It's a livery nonetheless, as 2 drivers in the AMS class. Hold on, 148, should I say? That's a massive improvement.
Very good lap for a wet track. I suspect there does look to be a bit of a line forming in the damage to the track there, so it might be that people are starting to be able to take advantage.
Well, qualifying, the track is still wet, but the rain has stopped. It's still being rated and declared a wet track. 10 minutes are now up, so we will see some of the pro cars now taken to track, and indeed they are. There's a lovely train of cars exiting the pit lane.
They want to be first out, hopefully get themselves a bit of dry tarmac.
I certainly hope so. But
track may be wet, but visually there's definitely a line forming.
That was another lag spike. That was very interesting. Same for you as well?
Yeah, I don't think it's affecting the YouTube stream, so hopefully it's just Discord. So we might get a few little stutters in the commentary, but I think the Discord stream's running okay because it's on a slight delay. So, well, the Discord stream, the YouTube stream.
Keep an eye on YouTube for us, just to make sure that our wonderful viewers are getting the best available picture. P5 to P2 in one corner, says Leighton Austin. A very good lap indeed. But getting 3 positions here at the start I see the last time you raced here. What's that? That first game is very off centre. Big black bars. I can Interesting. It's very random. Big black bars. I will look into that. But
Yeah, right and bottom for the.
right and bottom. Oh yes. Hold on. I can fix that because somehow.
Through the power of the interwebs.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. That is somewhat alarming. I think I can figure that out. We'll do that once we go in between sessions. Actually, before let's not try and get the pause menu up on stream because that would be very bad. But first driver out in the pros, I think, will be Rooney going onto a lap.
Yeah. I think there might be a couple of guys in front of him. There was definitely a Ferrari.
Jongan potentially.
Jongan, Eaton and more? No, Jongan and Eaton ahead of him there, I think.
Car 49.
A lot taken of the curbs there from Rooney. He's pushing very hard.
He is indeed. That's massive crowd.
That's I've got to say, that looks like a risky line to be taking in these conditions and this early on in the session.
Still a wet track. We have had a car around. It is somewhat. Oh, hello. My game is definitely freaking out. Some technical glitches here for sure, but we'll go back to John Jogan, who is part of the Dutch Endurance team.
Jongan in the dark orange Mercedes there. The Mercedes is looking very planted this evening.
It is.
We saw Johnny in it earlier, and Jongan as well. I think that longer wheelbase is helping them eat up the track quite nicely.
Quite possibly. We'll see if that mighty Mercedes can give up the good lap time.
Yeah,
but
it's looking very poised over the curbs there.
Yeah, kind of need to go full over the curbs even in the rain. It's risky, but it's worth it in quali, says a general scrub. Yeah, it's worth it, but you've got to bear in mind that more rain is coming. You can see a dry line, but more rain is coming. But not in time for the rest of qualifying, though.
I wonder if anyone's going to take a cheeky gamble on slicks on that drying line.
We'll have to
not quite sure it's worth it yet.
No.
They've got time to maybe think about it.
Absolutely, as we see some of the pro drivers now setting times. 1:47.7 for the go for the gap driver of B. Rooney.
That Porsche's looking rapid.
But is immediately pipped to it by Danny Van Oom in the Dutch Endurance team.
It's the old rivalry continues for certain here.
Yeah, exactly. Two teams going at it. We've seen them go at it in previous events as well, so reigniting that rivalry. But nevertheless, will give us some great entertainment, no doubt.
I'm going back on holiday.
Okay. Yeah, of course you are. Of course you are, Johnny. Conveniently.
You were watching even when you were on holiday.
I was watching last week. Yeah, I got to scout out the competition and realised I was going to be awful. So.
Since you say that, Johnny, let's check in to see where you are in the standings, shall we? You're 20th. How does that sound? You're 20th, Johnny. 20th, isn't Johnny? 20th.
10th in class is a top 10.
That's a bit harsh.
If it was me in his position, I'm sure he would do the same.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll just wait and see what the pro drivers can do with about 4.5 minutes left. Rooney, though, is on an improvement. Purple sector so far.
Big slide through the Ravazza there, though.
I can tell you now
that's not going to have helped his lap time.
His car may be pinky purple, but his time certainly isn't. As he comes across the line, the person that is on a very fast lap at the minute, Pulse Sim Sport, Miles Dixon, currently was purple, setting a purple sector. Maybe will be a mighty improvement. He is 1 second up on his best
current
time.
championship leader. He's going to want to be up at the sharp end of that grid.
He is indeed, and
that was planted through there.
Yeah, he's 0.8 of a second up. We're not quite purple, but we'll see him up there.
Just needs to get himself up to the sharp end. Once he's there, he can consolidate from there.
And Randall Recruit 12. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the just very wet Imola here as Miles Dixon, Pulsing Sport Racing, goes
I've lost you.
4th place. Oh, have you lost me again? I can still hear you, Ben.
I can hear you.
Johnny can hear me. We've lost Ben potentially. Wonderful. As Daniel Hearn now topping the timing.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Ben. What are we cheersing? Oh dear. That is definitely interesting. I have another lag spike there.
Yeah, try the old log out, log back, leave and rejoin trick there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm still here.
Yeah, we're still alive.
We're still alive, just about. But I was just saying, Daniel Hearn now topping the timesheets by 700th of a second over Carter and Van Oon. So an independent driver there, no team affiliation from what I know of.
It's very tight at the top. That's a
absolutely
slightly silly place to stop while you're waiting for a gap to fall.
Yeah, not too bad. He's got out of the way, but yeah, not ideal for him, is it? Oh, hello, new fastest start time for the Audi of.
That's so strange. He was another rapid lad last week. He's currently P2 in the championship.
Things are close. Well,
and he was finding a lot of pace in that Audi last week when it was not considered to be an ideal car.
Yeah, I don't think out in any condition an Audi is an ideal car, let alone Imola, let alone wet Imola.
I mean, there are some people who swear by the Audi, but this one, it's not been the most popular car in the field.
No, it has not, sadly.
I mean, it's getting on a bit, is the Audi R8.
It's due an Evo, isn't it? It's due an Evo, like the.
I think it's on the Evo 2 now, isn't it? That's saying yeah, so it's and it's not getting another update, so we're probably going to see it fall out of favour in the near future. So Audi are pulling out of their GT3 program in favour of being an engine supplier in Formula 1.
Yes, they are. That's exciting. Oh, hello, lag spike.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see what happens if they do come along and absolutely dominate. Then I think it'll be good for the sport. But F1 is F1.
Yeah.
Alex Ames says, "Hey, don't hate on Lass and my Audi."
I quite like the R8 as a car. It's built. It's getting a bit older now, and it's not going to be getting the support from Audi anymore. It's so unfortunately, I think we're going to see it falling out of favour.
Yeah, which is.
I mean, the same thing's happened to the Bentley, which is my favourite GT3 car.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Don't be knocking a Bentley.
No, I live the Bentley. It's literally my favourite. I went out of my way to find a model remote control Bentley for my shelf.
Nice. Oh, brilliant. That's brilliant.
It's not getting the support anymore, so it's struggling to find pickup in ACC.
Of course it is sad. And who would want to drive that boat of a car anyway?
I'm driving it on Sundays.
Hang about.
Oh, hi there, Johnny.
Watch yourself, Merc boy.
Oh. Now. Right, checkered flag is being waved. Strage is currently being waved from Hearn, Carter, Rooney, Van Oon, and Kingston. AMS as MS Holmes, Weiser, and Harkonnen him in P16, but
Harkonnen, I think it's
Harkonnen. There we go. Thank you.
Would be my best guess.
That's probably the only time I'm going to pronounce it right, because you just said it to me. I'm going to forget it now and not going to be able to pronounce it. But we'll just wait for these guys to come across the line. Most of these guys had already headed back to the pit lane, and we will see at the start of the next session in very shortly.
Unless he's still on a lap, and it'll have to be a good lap, I think the person who's probably going to be less happy with that is Miles Dixon.
I would agree, as he does come across the line. Have quickly jumped to the pictures put on our little intermission whilst we try and sort out the the game. But we will just very quickly sort this out. Get back live again. We are just going to wait for the session to switch over. Your full starting order though is Stredge, Hearn, Carter, Rooney, Dixon, Van Oom, Kingston, Brunch. Again, names.
Connection.
Oh, we're still having connections, are we, Ben? Are you
Yeah.
still there?
I'm going to try turning off the stream at my end, and so I'm just streaming through the Discord.
Oh, dear Lord. Dearest of dears. Hopefully go back to the track and have a very good picture of the on the stream, one would hope. Just about, I think, a lot more better than it was, and I think we're there. Thank goodness. First fuel saving qualifying that you've ever done, Stephen Bain. Oh no. Oh dearest of dears, that is not ideal in the slightest. Are you still with me, Ben?
Yeah, I'm still with you. I'm just changing a couple of settings to try and keep me with you.
Oh.
Hoping that Virgin Media haven't decided to naff up my internet because they know I'm commentating again.
No, exactly. And I'm going to do a quick shout out to Ben22 Racing for messaging me in Discord. I realised it wasn't full screen, it was windowed. That's why OBS was having a bit of a hissy fit. So I totally know what I'm doing, you know, most of the time.
First time for everything. Gee, it looks like your ping's spiking a bit, to be honest, Dave. Looking at the bottom left corner there.
A little bit, yes. I'm somewhat aware, which might be my internet issue, which is very unusual. But big story is we will have a wet start to the race.
That's definitely going to make things interesting down into where are we going? Yeah, down into Variante Tamburello. So it's just what you want on a Tuesday night, a nice wet 1 hour race.
Beautiful.
Yes. Define beautiful. This, apparently. We'll just wait for the timer to finally count down and we'll go for our formation lap. God, an Audi on the front row in the wet. That's something to see. It is very impressive. It's something
Very
to see.
impressive.
But, yeah, we'll see how long we can keep that up for.
The Audi's always very, very much been known for having good traction.
Oh,
so
for sure.
The conditions might definitely be favouring it. The streak has been rapid already.
Yeah.
We saw that last week in that car.
Yeah.
So it's... but he's going to have a lot of very rapid guys breathing down his neck into turn 1 there. And
yes.
we're not... turn 1 incidents are not unknown. Let's be honest. So I'm hoping we won't see someone doing a bit of bowling into the first corner here.
Hold my beer.
Speaking of, Johnny, how are the conditions out there? I know wet. But wet, yeah. Wet.
I love the livery. I love the livery there, Johnny.
Yeah, I was going to run a special Ben22 livery tonight, but I failed to upload it, so I thought I'd go back to the Truex special that Ben did me a little while ago. Love it.
Nice.
Brilliant. Anthony Richards returning to the pit lane. There you go, Johnny. You've got a free position. Anthony Richards electing to, for some reason, return to the pit lane.
Start from the pits.
Start from the pits, yeah.
I wonder if he started on dries.
5 second penalty for car 423 causing a collision.
That'll be an issue in qualifying that's been transferred over, I would think.
Yes, that's a very good point. Where is 423?
Who's 423?
That's Danny Van Oom.
Oh, that's adding a bit of spice to the start, isn't it?
That is a little, isn't it? Ooh, spicy. Mr. Greggles, how are we all? Ben, how are you? Says Mr. Greggles. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm managing. Do what you can. Slept for 12 hours last night. Can't complain.
I slept like a baby.
12 hours.
I was knackered. Completely knackered.
I keep saying to myself I need my beauty sleep, but I always wake up and crack a mirror when I look at it. I lead such a lonely life. As we see, another lag spike.
Little thing, yeah, little thing there.
Brave
We'll muscle through.
We will muscle through, and that is definitely my internet, potentially.
All we can do is keep at it. The cars starting to form up into their 2x2 as they come through the Rivazzas. So it is going to put Stragger on the outside for the start-finish turn.
He needs to be careful not to go to the middle or the other side of the track, or he'll get a penalty, so he can't weave for much longer.
He got himself back in, so... See, he's putting on his own out there, so... Was that the P2 car who went back to the pits?
No. Aidan Carton, BMW, is still right there, and they must just be all slightly out of position.
He's sitting a long way back.
Indeed, well,
Aidan's sitting behind Stragger there, so they're going green.
They are, and this will be a very easy racing to lead. People already taking to the grass on the right.
Yeah, people dipping into the grass. It's risky to do in these conditions.
That's a car off in the background. There's shunting.
That's a big hit. There's a couple of Porsches and a Ferrari.
Lee Morley, Darren Eaton. Going to be falling down the order. Meanwhile, the leaders are well away now, and
most cars seem to have got through fairly unscathed. Famous last words.
Now, let's not curse it. As we see Stretch now pulling a bit of a lead already through the first few turns, going up the hill into the second circuit to 0.9 of a second lead.
Got a good run out of Toso. He's going down through the Piratella and down to Acqua Minerale. He's fighting to stay ahead there, but that Audi is looking very planted.
It is indeed. And in the wet conditions, this might favour him. Half hour to go until we get very much heavier rain.
Yep, and it will be the pit stops in around a half hour as well, if I recall correctly. It's from 25 minutes into the race to 25 minutes left of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. So
you've got that 10-minute window in the middle, so it's not... There will be a little bit of strategy involved there, but there's only so much you can do with that little time to get your pits done.
Absolutely. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. That's Chris Ferris of oNiD Racing Stronger at the chicane, finding himself into the runoff area.
Gets it spun. Oh, yeah, I think those dirty wet tyres are
see what happens.
Not doing him any favours.
There's a Lamborghini on this is a replay.
That's a teammate. That's one of his teammates going around him there.
Or trying to, at the very least. Can't make it work. And we see him go, he just has to take a action.
Yeah. Fair play to him. He had a choice of dive onto the grass and sacrifice his own race, or take someone else out there, and he chose to sacrifice his own race. So fair play to him there.
He tries to get going again, and
really no traction there. No traction trying to get back on the road.
Absolutely, he gets going again, but he's being followed very closely by Mr. Daniel Hearn.
Yeah.
What's he doing down there?
That's a very good question. Would he possibly have been the P2 sitter from qualifying?
Oh.
Because Streech was on his own on the front row.
He was.
Did he not ready up in time? Choose to start from the pits, maybe?
It didn't see him in the pit lane. Maybe didn't join in time, or had a lagged out of the server, or quit and rejoined as...
well, he's made the move on Harris there. Lee Morley, that's not a happy looking Porsche there.
It's not, he was shown as a yellow flag there, so he's obviously had a moment.
Yes, something. It's not Yeah, that looks like he's crabbing to me. Not going entirely in a straight line, is it?
No, it's not. That's definitely a car that wants to go sideways in more ways than one. Check in with the top 4 then. Miles Dixon closing in on B. Rooney, because that's a fight we definitely want to see.
That's one that always ends up well. Carter in second is dropping back from Street. He's pulled a 2.5 gap.
That's very good. Very, very good performance. Last lap, Prestige 48.5. Aiden Carter 48.9.
Little lag spurt there, but still going. Now the question is, they're not required to take tyres at the stop, as I recall. They're only required to take fuel. Got to wonder if people are going to be eating into this wet rubber and thinking maybe a new set of boots might be in order.
Potentially, we will find out in due course, as
GT3 tyres do last for a very long time.
That's the thing.
But if you're pushing hard on them for a sprint race,
yeah, absolutely, it's going to be rather interesting to see if anyone does try and take that chance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm speculating. It is too early to tell at the moment. But
Rooney's off.
Rooney wide, and Dixon was coming through there and was not being denied. He was pushed himself around Rooney on the way back through on the way past into third place there.
He does indeed, and gets that going past Rooney, and Rooney's going to be ruining. Get it? Rooney ruining. I'm sorry. And Ben's just giving that the silent treatment that it definitely deserves.
We've talked about this now.
We have. It's not going to stop me trying. As Ahmed's also in the other Audi leader, the AM class at the minute, being hounded by P2 in class as Harklin gets up the pace to stay right on the bumper.
Triple A car, but Alex is looking to pass Trinket there. He's propping up the pro field, and well, actually, no, I'll take that back. He's got a few pros behind him.
Exactly.
It's very nicely done into the first turn there.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's move done for Alex. In the background, that was Daniel Hand trying. Oh, Daniel Hand's pitted already.
That implies damage.
That does imply. Actually, yeah, that's a very long pit stop of 130 odd seconds. So yeah, that's a damage stop, sadly. So he's got caught up in something that we sadly missed.
I suspect so. That's. Wonder if he was clattered in that first corner. He was a long way back.
Indeed, he was. And look at this battle. This is a glorious midfield battle. P21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Everyone down to Steve. Actually down to P26 as well. He's on the back there.
He is indeed. And they're going to go at it through here in the background. That's
Stevie making a move there.
Let's have a look, see if we can try and catch that move. We can't quite make it work. We'll stay with this battle and try and spot anything that happens. Stevie Bain almost makes contact.
Cars going through the Rialto there.
Oh, another lag spike. That's concerning.
It's holding together. We'll manage.
We will manage. Absolutely. Up ahead. Who's making a move there? That's Dave Wood making a move alongside Lucas DeGood, but the Dutch Endurance team's driver.
Off into the gravel there, ran it a bit wide in the Ravazzas, and those tyres are not going to be feeling very happy.
Merritt decides to go and build sandcastles, but may have forgot his bucket and spade. These great puns are rolling off the tongue. Does recover though, gets the place back from Simon Harris, but currently P9th in the AM standing.
Yeah, was able to get the power down on the straight, but if he scrubs those tyres quickly enough, he'll be able to hold on.
Yeah, absolutely. But meanwhile, Danny Van Nieuw's round.
Oh, that's a big hit right there. That's into the wall, and yeah, he's going to be waiting a little while, I suspect, to get into a
very
turn.
awkward
Don't
position.
creep.
Yeah.
Don't creep onto the road, Danny.
Right, let's see.
Got away with that.
Let's see what's happened. We're going to go to a replay. Goes up through that left-hander. Is he going to get too much?
I think it's just going to drop. Yeah, got wide onto the paint, and I just lost the grip there.
Sadly, so he's going to drop down the order big time with that painful wait to try and get going again. So many cars going past him, sadly. He does eventually find a gap there.
Yeah.
And then gets going again. All the way down in 16th now. Yes, I know. I'm also very aware that another
little bit sketchy there.
That was a little bit sketchy. As Chris Wacker. Oh, who's that going wide? That is Dave Wood. And the Mercedes going for a 3 wide in the final turn.
Yes.
Oh!
Chris
Wacker's off.
Yeah. Bit hip and shoulder there as they tried to go 3 wide out of the second Ravazza, but if he's carrying damage as well, it carried him past the pit lane entry, which is literally the last thing you'd want.
Well, let's have a helicam view of that battle and see what happens. Just loving this replay that I've now figured out how to use. As that was a car going wide down. It's sandwiched basically. It's a Porsche.
Yeah.
Porsche spins him round. Well, either way, I say that they make contact and he finds himself in the barrier. I think it's quite harsh to say that the Porsche spins
it was
around.
three cars all trying to use the same line through the final turn there.
It was, and they just tripped over each other, and
yeah,
that was that.
If they're irritated by it, they know what to do. Get in a report, and the stewards will look at it.
Absolutely, but Dave Wood fighting away with Paul Prescott. They'll go side by side through that left-hander. Such a blind
holding
corner.
on there. The traction from the Merc is how let him keep onto the power of the Beamer.
You say that he goes
He's
wide.
rubbed it wide, yeah. Gets it on the grass, gets it on the painted surface.
That's Paul Prescott.
That's a Beamer off in the grass.
Paul Prescott, watch the rejoin, Paul.
Did he just lose it on the exit of Aqua Minerale there?
I can tell you what. Let's find out.
I don't think there was anyone around him.
No, he was fighting with the Mercedes of Chris Wacker. Chris Wacker falls back a little bit. And then he just
clear of him.
Yeah,
the rear end just loops him. I wonder if he hit a puddle on the outside.
Possibly.
Lost the grip on one side and the other side just carried him out. That was a little bit close on the rejoin, but he's got away with it, just.
Indeed he has, as Dave Wood is showing, he's falling down the order, maybe got a bit of contact. Now down in P25, we'll check in the leaders in a minute with just over 48 minutes left on the clock, but all the battling right now is happening down the middle and the bottom of the field.
Everyone is conspiring to keep close with each other on that one.
Yeah,
they've got to be running a decent amount of downforce in these conditions.
They have to be to survive, surely.
It does look like there's a line forming, but the rain is still, as far as I know, the rain is still coming down.
Someone's going slowly. Paul Prescott's back in the wall again.
Oh dear.
I saw a Porsche.
In the wall and off in the kitty litter.
Careful, get out the way, Paul.
Nice. It's slightly ambitious on the rejoin there. I think he thought he had more time than he did.
Well, calls for another replay.
Yeah, let's see. It gets on one curb, and just the rear end just turns around on him.
He's not.
Doesn't look like it was too big a hit into the wall, so hopefully he's survived without any major damage.
Yeah, I don't think he's enjoying these conditions very much, sadly. That's the second spin he's had.
As soon as he got on the road, the traction just caught him out, going and span him round again.
Yeah, indeed. It's just, I don't think he's enjoying the weather, really. It's very It's only going to get worse in the next 20 minutes or so. But
it's very much a British summertime out there at the moment, but takes a lot of getting used to.
Oh, big moment from Pulse Sport driver there, Miles Dixon, as we jumped to the battle between Rooney and Dixon there.
Yeah, Dixon looking very slow off the corner, and Rooney is tucked up underneath the rear wing of that Ferrari.
Yes, indeed, and they're going to go up the hill, and I think Rooney is just going to stay put for now.
I mean, a lot of these top-end drivers spend the time up at the top end of the time tower, do trust each other enough to race very closely, but obviously the more difficult the conditions, the more interesting it gets when they're trying to hang underneath each other.
Indeed, absolutely. So we suffer another lag spike, which is mighty concerning. But we're okay. We're still here. Ben can still hear me, I think. That's all fine.
I've still got you.
So I've got me in Discord is fine just again for some reason. Very random. But no doubt going to continue and hope for best.
Let's see. Rooney's dropped back a little bit from Dixon there, but he's hanging on to it.
For now, let's just quickly jump back down the order because I'm getting pings on my race director that Dave Wood and Darren Eaton are having their own little battle there.
Yeah, definite fight on the go there. Trying to stick with each other through this. Oh, a little twitch from Darren there. He tried to put the power down onto Aqua Minerale.
Did indeed. Paul Prescott.
Don't think he's lost too much.
No, not at all. But I think he'll be ruining that. Paul Prescott, though, sadly gone back to the pit lane.
Yeah, it's not worked out for him today, and I think he took a couple of hits there that probably have made his BMW feel a little bit unwell.
Sadly so, yes. We'll also jump up to a bit further up the field. Our wonderful Mr. Johnny Ashley's catching a driver of Chris Wacker in the BMW.
Yeah, he's getting close, going down into the Tamburello.
Do love that.
Not
livery.
quite able to tuck underneath him there. That's great livery.
It's superbly wonderful.
Lot of the curb used there from Johnny's. He's trying to keep on the back here.
Goes around through the right hand there. It's going to go right
Yeah,
tail.
it's a lot tighter through that corner. The Merc is looking a lot more planted than the BMW in front.
Might have to run up the inside up the hill there.
Yeah,
That's a cutback.
able to turn up in the inside on the Tozer. Alongside. Gets it done before the Piratella there.
Oh, that's moved on. Wonderful
To
move.
get past and off on his way down to Aqua Minerale.
Hopefully he can keep that position and make some gains. What's the gap between him and Stevie Bain? It's about 3.5 seconds. So
teammates last season, but
enemies
rivals
this
on
one.
track this time round.
I'm sure they will be absolutely grand if and when they do get close enough for a battle. We're going to check in with the leader though. P1
I reckon they'll murder each other.
Who knows?
Highly likely.
There he is.
Sorry, I was concentrating.
Yeah.
Streak's lost a bit of time there. He was about 4 seconds clear of Carter before.
I was about to say that. Also, checking with the leader, and Street has definitely lost a little bit of time. Carter closing the gap a little bit, but they've been very much exchanging lap times. P1 did have a very poor lap last time, at a 152.5 compared to Aiden's.
That sounds like an off.
It does.
2 second loss there, but he's pulled 3 tenths and back again there.
Insane. Got such good pace.
Yeah, he's got this Audi wild in at the moment.
Indeed, we're going to jump back further down the field. 15, 16. That's
Dude, I think on the outside, isn't it?
no, it's Ben Holmes on board with Van Oom up ahead of him and Matisak behind him.
Yeah, that's lime green Merc was off in the grass there, so I think just handed a couple of places over.
If it was a bit of a, if it was a bit of a darker green, I would say it would be in camouflage. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Ben Holmes 5th in class at the moment, so he's holding himself into a good position.
Yeah, he is indeed.
I think he'll definitely want to try moving forward, but it's whether he can in this weather.
Well, the car ahead of him is surprisingly 14th place car, Danny Van Oom, but he does have a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, so he'll be out of the way. Realistically, the next guy he's racing is Fisher.
Oh, 5-second penalty for car 500 causing a collision. That's Ben Holmes.
That's Ben Holmes. So
the car behind Danny Van Oom and Jack Wacker. Jack Wacker?
5-second penalty.
Stephen Bain's round.
For car number 1.
Stephen Bain is round. Oh dear, and that's going to give Johnny position. That's going to give Chris Wacker the position. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I bet Johnny's quite happy with that.
Well, 2 good things happened. Then Stevie crashed while getting into position, and Wacker got a penalty for shafting me earlier.
I'd like to remind you are on stream, Johnny.
He's a racer tonight, it's all fine.
He's a race driver tonight, he could be the community owner another night. It's fine. We'll want him to recover, but yeah, penalties happening left, right, and centre.
Yeah, a lot of penalties up at the sharp end of the outfield there.
Yeah, it's, Harris 26, he's got a 10-second penalty. Wacker's got a 10-second penalty. But Holmes and Van Oom, who are nose to tail at the minute pretty much, have both got 5-second penalties.
Yeah, I suspect they had a coming together at the tail end of that 3 wide out of Tozer that we were looking at.
Quite probably, yes. Trinket the task going up into P9 there as he makes the overtake on him.
Brownings.
Yeah, what you said.
Brownings.
I got you boys, don't worry.
Thank you. We know who truly carries the stream, Johnny. It's fine. It's me. Oh, yellow flag for Matty Sack. And a flash.
Yeah, a little excursion into the weeds there for Matty on the out. He's coming out of the Ravazza as well, so I think he's getting the power down, isn't it?
We'll see on a replay coming down into Ravazza.
Very close with that black and gold Porsche behind him.
That's Daniel Hearn.
So we'll see how close they get. No, he turned around on his own.
That was all him.
Getting the power down through the corner.
And that was immortalised on stream as well, so...
yeah.
Whoopsies.
Only the 2 places lost. Because he had to give one up to the other Merc as well. So he's relatively concerned.
Oh, as we go back to live pictures.
I was to say he'd gotten away with it, but not so much. 5-second penalty for car drive-through for car 32.
32 is, most importantly, 32 is, who's 32? Paul Prescott.
Oof.
So not only has he had a torrid race, he's now got a drive-through.
Yeah, I don't think that drive-through is going to affect him overly much, if we're honest. But
oh, Anthony Richards in the barrier. Watch the rejoin, Anthony. Oh God.
The brakes. For goodness sake.
That was...
We give it on all the briefings. If you get turned round, if you're stuck at the side, hold the brakes.
We'll check in the replay and see what happened there. That was very close to making contact when rejoining onto the racing line. I have a feeling it was by himself, I think.
Yeah, got on the curb.
He's off the track and in frustration spins the wheels and almost made contact with the car. That was down Eaton, that was, I think.
Very lucky to get through there without any collections.
Yeah, very much so, but the damage on that car is evident as a car ahead of him goes and takes to the grass.
Porsche has to jump across the chicane there.
That was Darren Eaton. Continues though, which is all A-OK. What's happening further up the field?
Drive-through cleared for Paul Prescott.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
Ooh, who's that going slow? That's Otso.
That's Harkonnen in the number 2 car.
and in the background Sven Vischer going wide in that zebra liveried BMW.
I wonder what happened to Harkonnen there.
Let's find out.
That's convenient.
Very convenient.
And
Oh,
gets on
avoiding.
the curb.
It's avoiding another car.
Bit of avoidance as well.
I think if anything that was just more avoidance of that blue Lamborghini. Well, definitely was no heart in the mouth moment there for him.
It's twitchy out there. And I'm wondering if the wet weather tyres are starting to feel a bit worn at this point. Pit lane will be opening for the pit stop in about a minute's time.
Spicy.
So we'll see if people are going to take gambles or whether they're going to stick out with this set of tyres.
We'll get answers to our questions in a moment, I do think. As lag spike, hello there.
Yeah, a little bit of lag there.
It's a little bit of lag. We're all right. We're still here.
Yeah, we're still going.
Just checking the stream.
Stream's running. Seems to be running fine.
Stream's running fine. It's very funny because I usually get, if there's an issue with my internet, I get an alert on OBS saying that you dropped packets. I have not had that alert.
Yeah.
It's very peculiar.
Just having its own little moment, isn't it?
Pretty much, yes. Oh yeah, Jesus. Yeah, it's ACC doing ACC.
Yeah, no one there.
Sadly. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, everything's going on.
We keep going. We'll keep going.
Fine.
Holding on to it. Pit window has now opened, so they've got 10 minutes to get in. Take on a little bit of fuel. Maybe take tyres if they want. I don't know how many people will be going down that route.
Exactly. We'll see. Where is the leader? There he is.
Strange. He's pulled that gap out again. He's up 5 seconds clear of Carter in second.
First of the pitters is B. Rooney of Go for the Gap Racing.
That he's trying for an undercut, surely.
He is. We'll have to keep an eye on him because that will be pivotal in the battle for the lead.
It's a long old pit lane at Imola, isn't it?
It is very much so. As
going through turns in, gets it stopped.
Trundle's drive-through for car 19 though, track limits.
Track limit, that's Dudu down in 18th.
Yeah, it's the other Dutch endurance driver in the AMS.
Yeah, I think he's had a couple of excursions there.
Yeah, he's going to immediately take it, I think. Yeah. He
was well positioned. Yeah, get it out of the way, get it done. Oh, is Rooney? Is that Rooney still there? No, there's a couple of other cars in the pits there. Rooney's just come out now, so I'm not sure that'll have been long enough to take tyres.
I'm not entirely sure either. We'll keep an eye on it. But he has, according to the timing tower, he has served all the conditions of his mandatory pit stop.
Clear this stop. It was only refuelling mandatory. So, whether or not they've put fresh rubber on is another matter entirely.
You would like to think so, because it's still a 30-second pit stop, regardless.
Yeah.
So, logically,
get some fresh boots on.
Yeah, uh-oh. Look who it is.
Stevie and Johnny.
Johnny.
Admin on admin action.
I think it's Johnny making the move on Stevie Bain now. That's move done.
No, it was defending.
Okay. I think that was Johnny defending for Stevie Bain there. And I don't think that's move done yet.
I don't think Stevie's not letting him go.
Exactly. A sound of concentration and then maybe a bit of annoyance there from our wonderful Johnny who's hanging around the comms booth for us, give us an insight in the race.
This is going to decide whether they have a team up again, isn't it?
Yes, will do. I'm going to definitely keep this another couple of laps. So everything seems to hold station so far. There's a battle up ahead of them.
Yeah,
which is Vidoni and Stevens.
Oh, Stevie closing under the brakes there.
Oh, Johnny's gone wide.
Yeah, oh, Stevie taps him.
It's a little love tap, but we're all right. Are they going to dive for the pits?
Just letting him know you're there.
Oh, Stevie fakes the pits.
I also fake the pits.
Yeah, Johnny also faked the pits. And you're going to have to defend now, Johnny. We'll leave you to it, and we'll probably keep an eye on the battle.
Stevie looking to the outside for the chicane. Very hard to make it work. That tries to cut back underneath Johnny.
Can't quite make it work through. Oh, very.
Gets traction down a little bit sideways, but
yeah,
he's held right onto the back. Little wiggle there as they go through the second chicane. It's going to be. Johnny goes defensive on the run up to Tosa, and I got a lag spike, so I can't see what's going on.
I also got a lag spike, so I can now see what's going on.
Johnny held the defence there, but Stevie is still right up underneath him. Stop and go, 30 seconds for car number 2, speeding in the pit lane.
That's Harkonnen. So that is P7 in the AMS.
Yeah, it's going a little bit wrong for Harkonnen down there.
It is sadly saying he'll have to do that this race, otherwise that stop go penalty will become a 120-second penalty.
Yeah, which will drop you right down to near the back, wherever you are.
Put you essentially a lap down, really, wouldn't it?
Johnny clattered the curbs a bit there, and that's given Stevie a run.
Has, but Steve will have the outside line, but I think tucks back inside on the slipstream. Still there. Is he going to dive up the inside? They all both go down to the Vatsa.
If he puts Johnny in the wall, he's not going to be happy. It may be funny for the rest of us, but not for Johnny.
No, exactly. Anyone going to dive in the pit? Stevie fakes it again. He's trying to play the mind games.
Gets on the painted surface. That's not going to do his grip any favours.
It's not. No, just definitely filling the wing mirrors of Johnny's car.
Halfway through the pit window.
They are.
Realistically, they're going to have to come in the next lap or so.
They are actually. Oh, the check out favour at the order. Miles Dixon. Oh, he's exiting the pits. He was showing us the yellow flag for a moment now, which is.
Yeah, but he's found something out because he's behind Rooney there.
Yes, indeed. Stevie Bain. Let's go back to this battle. There's nothing else happening on track at the minute. Samuel Page sadly showing his yellow flag since he's had an incident. But any real battle at the minute. We are keeping an eye on the leader. They just started another lap, so we'll need to do a pit stop.
Harkonnen has come in to take his penalty, it looks like.
Kingston P2 is in the pits.
Right, now that's going to get interesting. Because he's not been able to get behind Street on track, so he's got to hope to jump him in the pits now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say get fresh boots on, get out and absolutely pelt fit to try and take the lead.
Absolutely, Johnny still defending like an absolute madman. And look at this in the background, who's catching
that's
Aidan Carter.
That's Aidan Carter in the BMW.
Yeah, exactly. He's just done a pit stop. So we'll probably have fresher tyres on both of these guys here. As goes down. Oh, we're getting very slidey.
Go for the gap. It's not going to be a blue flag condition because it's a pit stop position there.
Stevie might have the inside lines. Johnny keeps hold of it for now. As Johnny dives into the pit lane and Stevie goes out.
Into the pits.
Johnny, you're sweating a little bit there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good man. We'll leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of your race. We'll check in a little later on. As Danny Van Oom was showing us a yellow flag. Ooh, hello. I do wish my timing tower would not give me yellow flags when people are exiting the pit lane.
Yeah. Alex Kingston has completed all of his pit stops. So I'm just trying to see where he's actually filtered out here.
Yeah, he has. Peter Jelic up in P9 now. He's made some gains. That's a name we didn't see in the top 10 before.
He's come from nowhere to get through there. I can only assume he's not taken tyres.
Only assume
it's a little splash and dash of fuel and get straight out again.
Yeah, absolutely. Some cars exiting the pit lane as
Drive through for Dixon.
Where's Dixon?
P7.
That's gonna kill his race.
Championship leader with a drive-through hanging over him.
No. You're joking.
Streeg is in the pits.
Streeg is in the pits.
Yep.
Oh, that's Jongen. Streeg is in the pits. He's been there for a while now, and that is pit stop over. He's back off the jacks.
Yeah, I think he took tyres there, judging by the way the car bounced around on the jacks. So he's going to get out. Is he going to get out ahead of Aiden Carter?
Right, is Aiden Carter coming through?
That pit lane's got to feel so long. He's coming through the Avatsa, so he's going to get out with quite a bit of time in hand by the looks of it.
Yeah, Stephen Bain's gone to the pit though, so that'll be an interesting battle for when Johnny comes back around. Oh, lag spike.
Yeah, a little bit of lag there.
And of course, with Johnny being in the chat, he knows his driver has pitted, so that's a bit of free information for you there, Johnny. You're welcome. Commentator turned race engineer. It's all good. As Aiden up into
Aiden 7 seconds behind Stree.
Yeah,
just waiting for Jongen to get out of their way now, and then it's whatever he's done in the pits, it's not overly benefited him. So I think it's been mirrored by Stree there.
I would agree with you. As Sven Vicious round. That is P3 in the AMS.
Gets it recovered, gets it going again, but dropped a few positions there.
What's happened here? Let's check in with the replay. Fighting away by the looks of it.
Lambo very close behind him, one of the Dutch racing team cars. Gets through nice and cleanly though. Through, I think. Now what's happened there?
Oh!
He's just stopped on track.
He's stopped on track.
What on earth was that?
Oh.
He's just stopped on the racing line on the middle of the track.
How peculiar.
I think the live stewards will definitely be keeping an eye on that one, and they'll have a look in.
Indeed we will, but look at this. Stephen Bain behind Johnny Ashley after the pit stops. And the gap cannot be closer.
Yeah, right back at it again. The boys are at it again.
Johnny and Steve are fighting again. Gonna break them up. God. Right. Ooh. No, that's Jerome Jongen next in the pits. I thought he was the yellow flag. Ignore me. I got excited over nothing. Jerome Jongen has pitted down in 5th place now, and we'll look to see if they can go.
I'd say the battle for the lead continues, but it's not much of a battle because Stree is just blasting away in first. 10-second gap clear. He's taken 3 seconds out of Carter since the pit stops.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 seconds. He's Verstappening it.
It's just a little bit of a drubbing at the moment, isn't it?
Just slightly. Very much so. Definitely a dominant performance.
Rooney is starting to close up on the back of Carter there. She's he's not on his own anyway.
He's not on his own, no.
He gets around there.
But Chris Ferris, though, showing his yellow flag, was potentially quite slow.
I'm wondering if he was diving out of the way of traffic and that's triggered the yellow flag on it.
Quite possibly, yes. Right. Well, oh, hello.
Yeah. Briefly, the cars went into hyperspace. 15-second penalty for car number 3 causing a collision.
Who's car number 3? That's the second place.
That's Sam Vischer in the zebra liveried BMW. I'm not at all surprised by that, to be honest.
P3 in the AM class. So that will.
Yeah, that is going to drop him a long way back in class.
So indeed it is, and that's going to be a free position for Johnny Ashley in the AM Oh, it's 15 seconds. So it's 15 seconds total, should I
It's
say?
a long way back in class.
That is, and that's going to give a free position, as I said, to Johnny Asher, who's just down the road, still fighting away with Stevie Bain.
Johnny and Stevie both getting positions out of that one. Along with a handful of others, I expect.
Yeah, so 21.5 minutes left to go. Weather's still saying that rain is coming, but will stay the same for at least the next 30 minutes. So I think these conditions are here to remain until the end of the race. And Stevie Bain takes a lot of curb. And,
takes a little trip to the gravel as well.
Indeed he does. That's going to be a little bit of reprieve for Johnny? What's
Reprieve.
Reprieve.
You were right the first time.
I was right the first time, that's fine. I shouldn't question myself. But Johnny's going to be...
you should, but not about that word.
Yeah. Thank you, dearest Ben. As Johnny pulls away, but Stevie is closing that gap immediately. Back down to...
There's definitely some pace in that Ferrari, but the Merc is able to cruise away.
Ooh, yeah, it is. As soon as ACC decides to not lag out. Would be nice. Game.
The laggy circuit of Imola.
It is, yeah. I'll breathe.
Of course.
For now.
Duval and James Russell in the chat. Got Duval letting him know he's watching while he's playing some poker. It's like, well, I'm not sure if there's any tails going out of it, but there's definitely a couple of handfuls of hearts as they're trying to navigate around Imola here.
And you think I make the bad jokes. Which is very true. That was quite nice, smooth, classy. Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. Leader is stretched at the minute. 10-second gap to Aidan Carter. Rooney third. Kingston fourth. During Drungan, should I say, is in fifth. Peter Jenlick sixth. Alex Ahmed seventh. Daniel Hand, very impressive eighth. Brunix in ninth, and Timech in 10th.
I'll tell you what, story of the day. Ahmed's up in 7th, the leading AM in class, and he's miles ahead of the rest of the AM pack. He's mixing it in with the pros in this wet weather.
He is indeed, and holding his own, that's for sure. And it's the Audi again. What is it with the Audi in the wet?
It's traction. It's always been known for good traction.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not surprised. It's rather... I don't find it a fun car to drive, but a lot of people rave about its traction, especially in the more slipperier conditions.
I'm not sure it will be able to hold this sort of placing across the season, but certainly tonight in this place in this time, it's definitely it seems to be the car to have.
Right place, right time. You're going to want an Audi under you. Any other time, you're going to wish for a Mercedes. Not showing any favouritism whatsoever. Hashtag
not at all.
18.5 minutes left. We're starting to see the potential formation of the finishing order. I think Stredge, it's his race to lose really at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's famous last words with 20 minutes, better part of 20 minutes to go, but he's holding out on there with a 10-second lead.
Commentator's curse.
It's only so much you can do there, really.
Not that we would ever wish anyone to crash out the lead.
I mean,
just to clarify.
Well, so 10 seconds. He's taken another second there, so it's he's pulling away in this weather as well.
Indeed, but sticking with Amez here, Daniel Hahn in P8, really putting the pressure on now.
Trying to get that Porsche around the Audi. There goes to the outside of Toza.
Ooh,
a little bit of a twitch. I'm not sure whether that was contact or whether that was...
Sorry to interrupt. Jungan spun.
Round in P5. No, he didn't seem to have anyone around him, so I can only assume that he's the traction's broken on him.
Got away with it though, but Peter Jenlick right on his tail.
Yeah. I don't think he's actually lost time there. I think he's just he's actually not lost places rather, but he's lost time to the guys in front.
Let's see. Or the replay shows him rejoining. Sadly, not as far back as actually seeing why he spun.
Yeah, we've seen a few people go there, so I think it's just had the traction brake on him into that corner.
Yeah, and Peter there in the Racing Struggle Livery card wants to now try and make that move work. Couldn't do it at that point in time.
It's very hard to overtake a GT3 car into the very anti-chicane there. They are wide cars, and this is not the widest of tracks.
No,
so
I appreciate that.
You need to be very sure you can get a move done.
Jungle goes very deep though, and that's going to give a reason for... Oh, who is that in the gravel there?
That looks like a Racing Stronger car.
It was. I think that might be Darren Eaton. Potentially. No. Who's Samuel Page? It's Samuel Page.
Yeah, he's dropped back a bit there in the Lamborghini.
He has, sadly. Right, a couple of battles further down the back of the pack. This battle with Dutch Endurance Racing, Lucas de Geert. Catching up with Harkonnen.
I don't think we can really fault anyone for sliding off in these conditions at this point.
I don't think we really can at all.
I don't think there's anyone who hasn't had a little moment of off track at this point.
I don't think so.
Even the leader has. He lost 2 seconds at one point to the car behind.
Yeah, oh, Darren Eaton showing his yellow flag. Oh, sorry. Look at this. Stevie Bain really hounding on Johnny now. Oh, Johnny goes wide! And Stevie Bain...
Stevie avoids.
Stevie does avoid. And gets a drive-through!
Oh no!
Stevie Bain gets a drive-through for avoidance.
Oh dear. That came up so quickly. That's definitely an automated one, but that's not going to make Stevie feel any better about it, to be honest.
No, we'll go into replay and see this battle and just examine the cause of how that happened. Johnny goes a little bit deep into the corner. I think Stevie Bain was just reacting to...
touch on the curb and it twitched underneath him. Stevie reacted to it. And that sent him wide off, and then the system immediately went, right, that's your track limits done.
Oh,
Drive through for you. That was an evil cackle.
That was an evil cackle from... Yes, Johnny. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And he must have had 3 warnings already.
Yeah.
Must have done already, bless him. But you get back to racing. We're gonna... Oh, Stevie Bates had a slide!
Oh, holds it though.
Holds it though.
Nice drift, to be honest.
Oh, he's not serving his drive-through yet.
Yeah. He's going to stick on the back of Johnny. See if he can distract him a bit longer and...
Yeah. Try and get placed honourably.
To be honest, even when Stevie has to bail out for his drive-through, the sack is only just behind him. So
yeah,
it's not even like the pressure's going to come off you, to be honest, John.
I know, tell me about it.
Well, Chris...
So normally when you see the car behind you get a driver, it's like, great, bit of breathing space. It's like, not tonight.
Nope, not at all. Chris Wacker there, dropping down a few places. I think he was battling away. We've got to go to a replay. He was fighting away with a Mercedes-Benz.
Stevie in the chat using the Johnny bot. If you're not sure whose fault it was probably Johnny's.
Oh dear.
It definitely was.
Stephen Bain, what are you doing? Hold on a minute.
Somehow he's done that while racing as well.
Hold on. I was about to say, what are you doing? Crazy. This is why Chris Wacker dropped down the order, got very wide on the chicane.
Wide out the chicane.
And sadly loses a couple of positions. Okay, Steve.
It's a very difficult chicane for a relatively heavy car like a GT3 to get through. It's such a tight corner.
Oh, contact between Stevie and Johnny! Ever so sorry to interrupt you there, Ben, but we just jumped to that battle. Yeah. And Stevie goes wide!
No No prisoners taken. No prisoners taken.
He wants that position on the right, and now goes for his drive-through. Of course he does.
Drive-through.
In the pissing pits.
Johnny! Jesus Christ, I'm going to meet you in a minute, you silly bugger.
That was the equivalent of him peeing on Johnny's car to assert his dominance, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like, I'm going to take the position and just remind you that I took it and then go for my drive-through.
So just remember who owns you.
God.
He's definitely not done Johnny any favours because it's let Sat get right up into an attacking position.
Good luck, Johnny.
Oh,
Yellow flag for Pulse Sim Sport. Yannick is spun. I will try and pronounce the name right one day, but today's not going to be the day.
Down Aquamina Rally, so that would have been out at the Piratella, wouldn't it? That he spun there.
We're going to go to a replay. He was overtaking a slower car, I believe.
Yeah.
Just on his own.
Turns through. I think the car just breaks traction on him.
Oh, massive shunt though.
Yeah, that's a very big hit into the wall at the outside.
Ben22 Racing says no drive-through emotes at the minute.
Oh dear.
Put that on your to-do list. That'd be quite funny to have, actually, I think. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage to the front end of that Ferrari.
It's going to be a massive repair job.
Yeah. He's got a bit of space to the guys behind, so he's got about 6 seconds back to Ben Holmes. So I think he's got to try and manage it through this last 10 minutes, surely, rather than taking repairs.
Yeah, absolutely, surely must do. Stephen Bain though back out on track and is fighting away with Anthony Richards in the black and white Lambo.
Yeah, making the move down into the Variante Alta.
He said
gets it done.
He said moves can't be done there, but then huzzah!
That's fired Stevie up there, I think. He's definitely wanting to get a move on and fight some cars in front.
Just under 10.
Bless you.
So 10 minutes to go of this hour race. Action up and down the grid. It kind of feels like it's been non-stop at the minute, but everyone now has found their own gap, and things have finally started to calm down.
You had to say it, didn't you? We have got a few battles still going on. We've got Simon Harris, Anthony Richards, and they're still hanging on to the back of Stevie Bain down in 23rd, 24th and 25th.
Yeah, Stevie Bain hasn't exactly dropped them.
Now he's doing them the favour. He's punching the hole in the air for them.
Yeah, so this would be a Bain train.
Oh dear.
They just happened to rhyme, okay?
It works. We'll go with it.
It works. Oh, damn it.
Everyone else, there seem to be sensible gaps following round in up and down the field here. I think everyone's getting a little bit twitchy about getting too close to each other as the race is coming to a close.
Yeah.
So you always want to move forward, but you don't want to lose your position trying at this point.
No, exactly. What kind of bank what you have, essentially, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
Someone who's definitely gone to the bank, made a deposit, and says goodbye to everyone is Stretchlow in the lead. 15 seconds now over Aidan Carter.
That is a dominant performance, especially in these cars.
He's indeed.
He was rapid last week, but this week he's been untouchable.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
Combination of him and that Audi has been completely untouchable in these conditions.
Without a shadow of a doubt, it has been the most dominant car combo here for these very tricky conditions. As we have another log spike, wonderful.
Yeah.
And breathe. We're okay.
Yeah, we're still going. It's all good.
Thank God. That's fine. Still 2.5 minutes left. And it's Stretch's race to lose.
Yeah, he's working his way, picking his way through the traffic quite nicely. So it's
Yeah,
unless he falls afoul, to be honest, even if he falls afoul of something, he's got time to keep going at this rate.
I think so. Even if he does have a slight spin, it's going to be very minor. Yellow flag though, in the sector that leads
Sandpage, I think.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, Sandpage, and that's been a big hit on the front of that car.
It looks a little bit poorly.
Yeah, it's got Stretch closing down on him then as well.
There's not a good way to the leaders. You have to be careful doing so, especially with damage. I think the leader will be wise just to stay behind the car for now and not do anything.
Stay behind through the Ravazzas and then just go past him on the straight.
Yeah, and indeed.
Start finish. Exactly what it does. He page dives into the pits. It's got to be a hefty hit for him to be thinking repairs at this stage of the race.
Must be, sadly. Absolutely got in for him, but yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on him, hoping getting back out on track soon.
I'll tell you what, who's starting to get close is Jelinek on Jongan down in P6.
You read my mind like a book.
So these two Mercs have been together for a while, but
can't seem to do anything
without
about
one
it,
having too much of an advantage over the other. But I think Jelinek's starting to think about a move there.
He is, but I don't think he can't get quite close enough. I think they're just essentially cancelling.
Big chunk of lag there.
As did I, yes, and I think they're just essentially cancelling themselves out with the lap times.
It's the same car again. There's only so much you can do with setup, but and these guys will be pushing each other hard. So Racing Stronger car has got to be thinking about trying. It slides it out of the exit of Tamburello there.
Does, but doesn't really lose anything because of it. In fact, might have actually gained a little bit.
I'm thinking he might have actually done that a bit deliberately to get the traction down in the straight.
Quite possibly.
He's closed up a long way.
Has indeed, and the car ahead of him, car 26, is the other Dutch endurance racing team who is currently down in right down the order.
It's the Am Mercedes. Oh, that's a very tight line from Jelinek there. He's very much making sure that he's getting the power down in a straight line.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at this, right up to the bumper now.
Yeah, wrong place though. He wasn't able to get it in a place where he could take benefit from it.
No, it's...
I suspect we may see a tactical dive bomb in the near future.
Yeah. We don't like to see dive bombs, but I
speak for yourself, like.
Oh no, that was a legit move.
So long as it results in an overtake, I don't mind. I don't mind a dive bomb.
Was that a dig at a certain race this weekend just gone?
No.
No, okay.
No, not at all. It's like it's this sort of attitude of anything further than a car lengths back is a dive bomb. It's like, no, that's an overtaking manoeuvre.
Exactly.
If it comes from about 4 car lengths back, then you could probably start saying dive bomb. But no, I don't mind a dive bomb provided it doesn't knock people around and it results in an overtake. It's just a ambitious move at that point.
Indeed, or the other Dutch endurance racer teams will not get out the way.
Oh, very
that's car 9.
Cheeky.
Car 19.
Yeah, gets back in front of the Racing Stronger car with the sister car in front.
And now gives away.
Yeah, he's keeping out of the way to.
Is he? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's lifted off there to let Jelinek through.
Oh.
You can argue it was the place. It wasn't the right place to let him through there. It was through in between the chicanes. There's only really one line to go through.
Yeah.
He's in his own race. It's not a wise place to let another car through.
No, that's a fair enough point.
He's let him through at a good opportunity there.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
I think we were slightly caught out by the way he cut back into the queue.
Yeah, more than less. He's like, oh, okay, you're going back there, fine.
But he had But realistically, he had to get back in that position to make the chicane.
Make the chicane.
If you try and take it too shallow, you just end up in the gravel.
Exactly.
Dry flue cleared for car 614 there.
That was Hearn? No, it's Trinket de Tass. Ooh, who's that off the track? Well, Danny Van Oon down in P10.
Well, in one of the other Dutch endurance cars.
What happened to
he's-
you? There it goes. It's going to go down to Alpha.
Gets it turned in, carries a bit too much speed,
Curb.
maybe gets on the curb. Yeah, ran it on the curb, lost the traction.
Oh, and does a half spin for good measure.
Yeah, I think everyone's been adjusting their traction controls, and they've reached the point where they're thinking, I can go one little bit less on the traction control, and then it'll bite you when you get out on the curb.
No, exactly.
Leader on the final lap.
Is he?
Yeah, it's had a message up there.
He's had a message. We've got 1 minute 19 left. We're going to see the
Yeah,
checkered flag.
that's
We're gonna see
He's
the
just
line.
going through the first Ravazza.
Yeah. What earth's going on there?
No idea. We'll see what happens.
So he'll be going on to the final lap now.
Oh, massive leg spike.
Yeah.
It might have been my...
Yeah, might have been ACC doing ACC things.
Well, he's going to come across the
But
line. and
he's definitely on the final lap now.
he's definitely on the final lap now. But plagued with lagginess of the server, but nonetheless we'll see a race finish. Very random tonight. As I said, the stream's been absolutely fine. The
Yeah, I think the stream's benefiting from having a slight delay on it, so it's got time to process.
I mean, the YouTube is saying excellent condition for internet, so I'm not entirely concerned
Yeah.
about that. And OBS is happy, so I reckon it's just a bit of a me between ACC server issue, which is a bit annoying. But nonetheless,
Yeah, well, I think it might be ACC and the Discord that's having a little bit of a moment there.
oh dear.
Yeah, Street runs wide out of Cantelli there, but I think he can afford to with an 18-second gap behind him.
You can. I had a very heart in mouth
Totally.
moment thinking, sugar, is that going to be a drive-through?
You don't want to do it too often. Oh God, what would it be like if you got a drive-through now?
Oh, don't. Well, we will stick with the leader. Ben Holmes, sadly, has had a yellow flag and dropped it down the order from P12 down to P13.
Oof.
But gets going again.
He has lined up into second in class, so I think he will actually retain the.
No, he won't, because he's still got an unserved 15-second penalty.
Yeah, but he's been lapped. We've all been lapped, so he'll stay. Fisher won't.
Fisher won't, no. Well,
Yeah.
we'll go and see the stretch, go across the checkered flag, and leader has finished the race, and that is a race win for Stregler in the Audi here at the very wet Imola. Next
Absolutely dominant win.
very dominant.
Aidan Carter coming through next on the come through the start-finish turn. Gets the BMW across the line, just under 20 seconds shy of straight
Peter
there.
Jolnick spun. P6 has spun on the final lap. And he will rejoin. But I think it's okay. Just about Daniel Hans catching.
Jongen's definitely got away with it. Dan Hearn's on the back of him there. It's right behind him. Is it gonna? I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move.
I don't think so.
Jongen takes a lot of curb there. Looks a bit twitchy on the traction, but so does Hearn behind him, to be honest.
I think that was just a battle with Jongen there that didn't come off very well.
Gets through, gets it set for P7.
Now, Alex Ahmed, though, P8. Winner of
P8
the
on track and
Amcross.
P in the AMs.
Fantastic result for Alex there. Brunick's crossed the line behind him. Next person to see a checkered flag will be Van Oom. Race of mixed results there for Van Oom, but top 10 nonetheless. And then,
Yep, solid considering, to be honest.
and then Timech will cross the Poleston Sport. And only one more person to see the checkered flag is Sven Vischer, but with a 15-second penalty. where will that put him? Because that will turn into...
It won't move him anywhere because
Won't
we all
move
finished the
anywhere.
lap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Sam Fisher secures 12, and that, folks, is that.
Oh, blimey.
Can we breathe yet? I think we can.
That was a bit hectic, wasn't it?
That were. Gee whiz, I don't know if we needed Noah's Ark for that race.
One
but,
last spike of lag just
yeah,
to
exactly.
see us.
just to see us through to just to remind us that ACC was doing very ACC.
It has been a little bit temperamental this evening, but we muddled through, and it was a great race from start to finish.
It was indeed. Let's see who can get in the console. We have Johnny here first of all. Johnny, how was that race for you, good sir?
I'll take, fourth in class?
Fourth in class?
I think. So yeah, we'll consider I qualified 10th in class, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Some great racing with Stevie, and couldn't quite catch Wacker at the end. It wouldn't have made a difference for the class position, but there was a bit of pride involved in that one. So, but no, it was a good race. The conditions were pretty static, and it was just, like you said, you mentioned, Ben, on commentary, it's finding that level in traction where you can go a little bit quicker without, spinning it round or catching a curb and going round, and that, it seemed to, I found a level which I was comfortable at, and I managed to push on a little bit, and I didn't take tyres either, so it's just a straight 25-second pit stop. So
Very nice indeed. Good result though, nonetheless. And,
Yeah, definitely seems to have benefited you. Go 6 places forward from where you were. Can't
exactly,
complain
yeah.
too much.
Next week though, Mr. Johnny Ash is, and this is why I wish I kept SimGP open.
I have got some GP open, but it was half a second.
Ben, help your fellow commentator, please.
Yes, next week is Misano.
Ooh, more Italian. Misano. What do you think of that, Johnny? Looking forward to that?
yeah, I quite like Mazzano. It's a good track, so I don't know how this the Beast of the Merc will do there, but we'll just have to see, and I'll give it my best go, that's for sure.
Good stuff. Right, we will chuck you back up to. We'll tell you what we'll do. This will be quite funny, actually.
You're going to pull Stevie in, aren't you?
You two were absolutely inseparable.
It was a good battle, Stevie, wasn't it?
It was very good.
If you're in the comments box, give just a fair warning. You are still live on Twitch, so can we?
Don't say what you'd usually say to Johnny at
Yeah,
this point.
exactly. Please.
Don't say what Johnny was saying already.
I didn't say anything, Stevie. You didn't hear a thing.
Oh, I thought you were a way to spin across the track, so I avoided, and then the drive-through came up. I was raging at you.
Can you imagine?
we caught that on stream too. We can only imagine what you were saying.
Yeah, I knew from that point I had 3 laps to pass you.
Indeed you did, and just to stomp your authority, you overtook him and immediately took your drive-through, which was quite rather entertaining. But apart from the drive-through, how's that race for you, Steve? I know you were caught up with Johnny for quite a lot of the time, but good race for you. I know you were in the pro split, so overall result not too great, but an enjoyable battle and enjoyable race for you tonight.
I felt like I was a little bit like Perez. I felt like I overtook 40 cars and still finished. It was one of them that I overtook and then made a mistake, and then overtook and made a mistake, overtook, Johnny punted me off. Overtook.
Not that you're bitter or twisted about it in any shape or form.
Isn't bitter and twisted the Discord motto at this point?
It was good fun though.
The official
It was
views,
good fun.
It was great fun.
The official views of the admin team and race do not reflect the true nature of the Discord server. Disclaimer. God. Chats will chuck you back up to voice chat so you can actually have a really good beef at each other without us having to calm you down. So enjoy. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I can't drag you up there. You have to go over your own accord. henceforth with you.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
Cheers,
Thank you very much, guys.
Cheers, Aidan.
Ta-da. And who else is this? I think it's up there. I think. Should we drag him? Why did Tarrant Newton finish? I didn't quite see those finish. Let's end the stream there, actually. It's getting quite late, and we've had a very wonderful race as well. Wonderful.
It's 25 past 9, I'm sure.
It's kind of 20 past that, and I'm sure...
Everyone just wants to tell us to go away at this point.
I think so. I want myself at work tomorrow, it's off. Thankfully for me, I only have to walk 2 minutes to the office. Anyway, I know, I'm awful. Ben, it's been a pleasure. Any final thoughts for what
It
we've
was
just seen tonight?
great fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what people can do around Misano. It's weird to see such a dominant performance from a car as we saw tonight, but fair play to Street for pulling that one.
Yeah.
But a great racing up and down the field all night there.
Yeah, absolutely. I could not have said that better myself. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you for your viewership. Until next time, same time, same place next week for Tourenwagen Championship with oNiD Racing. Until next week, take care till then, and we'll next be live, I believe, on Thursday. I do believe for the class race, amateurs race. And I think I might have... I'm desperately looking at the schedule just to double check that's correct. But nonetheless, we'll definitely be back this time next week for the Tourenwagen, back again next Monday as well for the mini oNiD Mini Cup for Assetto Corsa, and back Sunday night as well for more ACC League racing. Until then, guys, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your week.